To the channel, guys, and now we're going to continue on building these prices components. And what do we want to achieve? Let's see that really quickly. So we have the market is down by 70% in the past 24 hours. You have the text here and a search icon, and then we have this tab bar over here of all assets, gainers and losers, and then as usual we're going to have the prices, right? So let's import some few more libraries. For example, we have the text. We're gonna need a style sheet. We're gonna need dimensions. We're gonna need image. Gonna need a touchable opacity, and safe area view, and a scroll view. Building on, and we're also going to need use state and use effect. Okay, so the same way we build the portfolio, we're gonna copy these ones. We're gonna reuse this one once again. So I'm gonna copy that, go back here to the prices and paste that. And then in the portfolio, we're gonna need a safe area view once again. Let me actually do it in a different way. Actually, this time what I want to do is go on and create a new style sheet. So const style is equals to style sheet dot create, and I'm gonna create in a container, and in this container I'm going to say pass in a safe area view right there. Give it a style of styles.container, and in there what I'm gonna say is flex of 1 and padding horizontal of 20, background color of white. Amazing. Save that. Let's see. Can't find variable axios. Oh, okay, so we're gonna import axios as well. Import axios from axios. Okay, right. Now what else do we need? What we're gonna need is a scroll view now. Scroll view right there. Again, then we're gonna create a view. In this view, I'm gonna say style. Style is gonna be padding horizontal of 20 and a padding top of 50 and a margin bottom as usual of 90. Right, save that. And now inside this view, basically in the root view, what we're gonna do is create another view for the texts and the images and the icons. So this one, what I'm gonna say is style equals to padding top of 50. So what do we have inside here is a text, and in this text what I'm gonna say is in the past 24 hours. Okay, so now you have one text right over there. Let's give it a style. Style is equals to color is gonna be #5 D616F. Okay, this one. In the past 24 hours, there you go. And from here we're gonna give it a font weight of 500 and a font size also. Font size of 14 is gonna be good. Alright. So after this, from this text, I'm gonna create another view, and inside this view what I'm going to say is I'm gonna style this one. Alright, so if you go back to the image, guys, this image right here, we have the text, and now we have this view with two things, the text itself and the image itself. So what we want to do is give a space of justify content between these two. That's the reason why I'm creating another view for this one, right? And then we're going to go for the tab bar, and then we're going to go another view for all of this one. All right, continue on. We're going to say flex direction of row and justify content of space between, not space around, space between. Okay, space between. Once you do that, we're going to say text, and in this text I am going to say market is down 70%. My goodness, my texting is really bad, guys. I'm sorry for this. Market is down. Alright, and then we're gonna need a spacing again, so we're gonna say padding top of how much? 5. Let me actually do something else. Okay, I'm gonna say style. It's going to be I'm gonna give it a color, #09 0600D, just like that, and I'm gonna give it a padding top of 5 again. In here we're gonna say the font size is gonna be 29, like that, and a font weight of bold. Amazing. Now what else do we need? We're gonna need a view for the image, so let me do that. View for the, gonna need it. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm really feeling at typing, man. View, and let's stylize this one. Style is going to be, I'm gonna give a width of 40, gonna give it a height of 40 as well. I'm gonna say border color of #triple-T. I'm gonna say border width of 0.5. I'm gonna say border radius and give it a 20, and justify content to the center, and align items to the center. Don't get confused. So basically we just created this view right here, okay, and in this view I'm going to align and justify content to the center the image. Basically what I want is the image, the search icon to come to the center. So what is left now is inside this view, guys, you want to add the image. So we're gonna say source is going to be require, and we're gonna import it from /assets /icons /1x /search.png. If you save that, you can see how weird that really is. And we can fix this by giving it a style, and let's say width of 20 and a height of 20, and that's it. Okay, that's pretty simple. So once we're done with that, we can move on to create the tab bars. Now that's what is it, all assets, gainers and losers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say actually let me come down here and say const list and a tab, give it is equals to an array of objects. Actually I'm gonna paste in this one. Actually let me paste in this one really quickly. What you're gonna create, we have status, all assets, we have gainers, we have losers. Now continue on, I'm gonna say style is equals to a padding top of 20. I'm gonna create in a new view, and inside this new view I'm gonna say style is equals to styles dot list tab. This is what I actually want to do, so let's go on and create the list tab. List tab, boom. In there, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna say a background color of white, and I'm gonna say flex direction of row. Okay, once that is done, and continue on with this. So we're gonna iterate through list tab dot map, and from here we're gonna say map, pass in there the e, and gonna return something, right? I'm gonna return in a touchable opacity, and in this touchable opacity I'm gonna pass in a style, and I'm going to say styles dot button tab, right? Come down here, creating a button tab like that, and in this button tab we're gonna have a width, and I'm gonna say dimensions dot get window dot width, and we're gonna divide this one by 4. Save that, nothing happens of course, and then we're gonna give him a flex direction of row. Don't worry guys, all of this is gonna make sense in a minute. Okay, just bear with me. And flex direction of row, we're gonna give it padding of 10, and justify content to the center, the border radius of 20. So basically I'm just styling the button, nothing else. And from here, all we can do is go back to the touchable opacity, and I'm gonna give in let's say a text, and from the text this is going to be e.status. Did you see that? Okay, so we give a padding top of 20, that's why we are 20 down from there, and as you can see we have styles.list.tab, so we put everything into the flex direction of row. Okay, now what we want to do is when we click these ones, we want to actually change the focus to the tabs that we actually click. And for that one, since we are iterating into all of these ones, we're gonna do on press. We're gonna pass in a function here to the touchable opacity for on press. So let's do that. We're gonna say on press is equals to we're gonna pass in a function and say whenever you press, we're gonna set our status. So in order for us to do that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new state right over here and say const. Actually, let me do it in a different way. Use state, and we're gonna say status, and we can set the status. Great. So now whenever you click on it, I'm gonna say status. After passing in to say status, I'm actually building out this logic, and we can do different. I actually want to pass in a function, so let's pass in a function instead. Set status filter, and we pass in the e itself. Okay, coming here, we're gonna create that thing const and say set status filter. It's gonna be an arrow function status, and boom. Okay, so we're gonna set status itself to e, to the status that we're in right now. Okay, after that, what we can do is, because now we are passing the status, we're gonna actually change whatever our status is. So whenever I'm clicking all assets, gainers or losers, what we're having is all assets being passed to this state, to our status right now. So we set status to that status, which is all assets, the gainers and the losers, in order for us to dynamically start changing colors upon clicking these ones. So how, continuing on, let me save this. Okay, can't find variable usestate. I think I did something wrong here, and usestate. Okay, go back to the prices. Can't find variable initial state. Alright, so initial state is going to be all status. Wait, sorry, all assets. Okay, because by default we want all assets to be selected. All right. Moving on with this, go back to the e.status, and from here what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna pass in a dynamic styling in here. So pass in array, just like that. And I'm gonna say if status itself is equals to e.status and wait, I have trouble really searching this, and right, is equals to status, and we're gonna say styles dot button is active, right? So this particular button tab is going to be active. So what do we mean by this one? We're gonna go down here, paste that, and if the button is active, what I want to do is I'm gonna give it a background color of hashtag F3 F7 double F. See? So whenever this one is selected, the background color changes. If I press this, okay. Alright. We still have more work to do, but we're gonna see in a while. We're gonna see this one in a while. Alright. We're also gonna style this style the text, and when we style the text, we're gonna say font size 12, and the font weight is going to be bold. Alright. Once we're done with this one, I don't know why it's not still changing. There's something missing. Something is missing, of course. Set status filter. Oh, okay, so we actually have to pass e.status right here. Right, so you can see the color changing, right? Amazing. This is really awesome, and I think we're done with this one, with the changing of the assets. Alright guys, so the next thing that we're going to actually continue building here is the prices. So we can go back to portfolio. We don't need to build the prices once again, and from the portfolio, all we can do is copy the data, copy it, right, and in here we can actually paste it, save, and that's it. You already have everything coming in front of you. So if this was a much more bigger application that we are building, we can actually go on and try to connect the database, and then we can implement even more logic to click whenever you click all assets, it changes. You call the database, you can click on gainers, and then you can filter based on the gainers and the losers. So this, we're not going to do that, but yeah, you get the basic idea of how to actually switch between in the tabs, but there could be even more logic inside there. For example, in here you can go back to set status filter, and from here you can call in a callback to the database and keep on building up this view, and you can return a different view based on that calling. So yeah, that's pretty much it guys for the prices. The next one we're going to build in the settings, and thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next one and subscribe, support me, because you don't want to miss anything. Peace.